It's a shame that they lost their heads. Sheamus is leaving the WWE. Another WWE lifer out the door. We gotta talk about it right here in Alyx's world. Hello all. Welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. On this July 4th weekend, we find out that yet another WWE lifer, future Hall of Famer, perhaps one of the best top guys this company has signed in the last, dare I say, 2 decades, Sheamus, has told WWE he will not be re-signing. He will be out the door when his contract expires later this year. Why? They weren't paying him enough. TKO, just like with the New Day, with Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, tried to restructure his contract, and he said, no, I will not take a pay cut. I know my worth. I deserve to be paid millions, if not whatever they were paying him before all this. And he's right. I wouldn't have said that in 2009 because I didn't think he was all that great in 2009 when he came to the main roster. But now, in 2026, after proving himself for 2 decades, 19 years, absolutely, he should be one of the highest paid talents on the roster. But TKO, WWE decided, no, you are not worth what you think you're worth. And so he said, fine, I no longer want to be here. And so Sheamus is set to leave. He is set to leave WWE. And I can't believe it. This is wild. This is insane. No matter how you slice it, this is a loss for WWE. And some people might say, well, he hasn't been on TV for a while. Sure, he hasn't. But damn it all, guys, we need legends. We need veterans to help establish the younger talent, to help guide, train the younger talent. If you lose all your top guys at once, who is going to help lead the next generation? We need the people who went to the top to help guide those who are going to the top. When you look at everything Sheamus has done over the last 19 years, this guy is definitely a Hall of Famer. If they ever want to induct him, he would fit right in with some of the greatest of all time. He's a three-time WWE Champion. And of course, a 1-time World Heavyweight Champion. 3-time United States Champion. I think a 5-time Tag Team Champ. Jesus Christ. King of the Ring winner. Royal Rumble winner. Money in the Bank winner. His resume is one that anybody would kill for. He is going down as a legend in the business. Now, I do have to be honest with you. I have to be completely transparent when it comes to Sheamus. When he first got to the main roster, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't. They pushed him way too fast. Way too much, way too fast. And here's the thing. 2009, fans were sick of John Cena. Let's not pretend that everyone always loved John Cena. That's a lie. By the end of 2009, even WWE knew, okay, we have to push someone new. We have to change the main event scene because right now, it's not working. We need new faces. They decided, well, Vince McMahon decided, okay, I want Sheamus. And so they got Sheamus. TLC 2009, Sheamus beats John Cena in a tables match to win his first WWE Championship. And he literally just arrived on the main roster. They strapped a rocket to his back and he went straight to the top. He would go on to have a feud with Triple H. And he beat Triple H. Well, not at WrestleMania. He beat him in the rematch, but he still beat him. That's a main event level victory. Now, he would have a bit of a lull over the next year. 2012 came around, where he won the Royal Rumble. And then he beat Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 28 in 18 seconds. I've hated him ever since. That was the night I went, fuck this guy. Not his fault. That was just bad booking from Vince McMahon. But to his credit, I will give this to Sheamus. While his booking hasn't always been great, he has managed to make the most out of what he's given. There have been some things that should have absolutely sucked that turned out to be absolute gold. Just to give you an example, I remember his segment he did with Santino Marella in 2010. I remember Santino telling Sheamus he has no pigmentation and then said, you must have an issue because you're a ginger. Absolutely hilarious. And you could see Sheamus biting his tongue, working so hard not to corpse. It was awesome. And I actually liked his matches with Daniel Bryan. After their 18-second match, the one they did at the next pay-per-view, the Extreme Rules, fantastic. That was the first time I went, oh, maybe Sheamus does have something. Because that was the first match that I actually enjoyed from him. There was a long period after the 2012 World Title run where he didn't really do much because Vince McMahon kind of got tired of him and just kind of used him here and there. Then they turned him heel in 2015. Found his spark again. He had that series, the Best of 7 series with Cesaro, that turned into a tag team. And at first, once again, creatively speaking, made no goddamn sense. They made it work. Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, and Sheamus made that tag team legendary. They don't just set the bar, they are the bar. It was awesome. They had matches with the New Day, matches with the Usos that are memorable. And it's surprising to me that he was able to take something that on paper should have been an absolute failure and turn it into something gold. Some of the best things that Sheamus has done happened outside of the WWE title picture. Some of the worst things happened to be when he was WWE champ. I'm sorry. Like, he won the championship, the WWE Championship again in 2015, cashed it in on Roman Reigns. But that was during a time when he was the leader of, what was it called? The League of Nations? It was a group with, oh my goodness, it was Alberto Del Rio, Rusev, was it Wade Barrett? I think it was Wade Barrett, and he was King Barrett, right? That was when he won the King of the Ring. Yeah, it was Sheamus, Rusev, Alberto Del Rio, and Wade Barrett. Horrible group. That title reign lasted, what, a week? And some change? I hated Sheamus as WWE champ. None of his championship runs as WWE champ meant that much to me at all. It was everything after that. It was one of those things where I didn't really start to respect Sheamus until Vince McMahon left. The best thing that could have happened to Sheamus was to get from under Vince. He was an excellent talent that came in at the wrong time because Vince just used him in all the wrong ways. The moment Triple H took over in 2022 and he figured out how he should be used, which was a brute, someone that can beat you up and have fun doing it, I think that's when we all started to realize this guy is a legend. His match with Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship, Clash at the Castle, 2022, legendary. One of the greatest IC title matches I have ever seen. I still go back and watch it. That match is phenomenal. It was the match that elevated Gunther to a main event level, and it was a match that established Sheamus as a legend in the business. This match, along with the triple threat, Sheamus, Gunther, Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania 39, those are the matches that made me realize, okay, I see it now. I see what the fuss is about. This man is a legend. This man is one of the best to ever do it. I just hate that he had to have that horrible run under Vince. Vince really knew how to screw people up. I feel like if Sheamus had come in even just 5 years earlier, his entire career would be seen differently, right? He came in during one of the worst periods for WWE. That Vince McMahon run in the 2010s. Yes, it had its gems, its shining moments, but for the most part, it was utter garbage. And Sheamus was a victim of that. But we all finally fell in love with him once Vince left. And the one thing I was begging for WWE to do, and I was kind of hoping they would get done before he retired, was give him the Intercontinental Championship, therefore making him a Grand Slam champ. That's the one thing he was missing. He's done literally everything else. He's done everything he could do except win that one title. He's not going to do it because before he could do it, he was let go. The last time I saw Sheamus wrestle was during the John Cena tournament, right? To determine who fights John Cena in his final match. That was almost a year ago. We haven't seen him since. And it was kind of crazy that his final match was in a tournament to fight to retire the guy he beat for the WWE Championship. I kind of wish, in a sense, now knowing that John Cena won the Intercontinental Championship, there is a side of me that wonders how awesome would it be if Sheamus did win the tournament and then he retired John Cena to not only win the IC title, but to retire the man that he beat for the WWE Championship. That would be the ultimate storybook ending. It didn't happen. It was never going to happen, sadly. But now, he's not going to be able to say he's a Grand Slam champ. At least not right now. For all we know, calls could be made by tomorrow. He's back on a contract. Maybe this will be an R-Truth situation where the fan base will push back hard enough to force WWE to bring him back. I don't think they are. Not this one. I don't think he has much value to the company now, sadly. They don't see him as anyone that's going to do much other than to put over the talent we got. That's what he would have done if he stayed. He would be used to put over Obafemi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and many others, which is fine. It's a great gig. Quite honestly, I think he'd be great at that. But WWE doesn't see value in that. That's a problem for me. You need legends. You need veterans to put over talent. You're not going to get any better than someone like Sheamus. But they felt he wasn't valuable enough. The last thing that he did that was noteworthy was the Brawling Brutes. Remember that? Who was that? That was Pete Dunne, Ridge Holland, and Sheamus. Right? That's when they brought Pete Dunne in as Butch. That was stupid. He can't get out of the Vince McMahon vortex. I hope he does land on his feet. I hope he finds a way to continue wrestling, whether it's in AEW or another wrestling show. I don't know if he would fit in AEW. Although, if Tony Khan offers him a contract, best believe we will see him there. Best believe it. Wherever he goes, I hope he gets the respect that he deserves. He is a legend. He is someone that I think wrestling fans will remember for generations. I hate that he came in during a time where he was never going to get the respect and the shine that he really deserves under a Vince McMahon that was clearly out of touch and did not know what he was doing with him. But we got glimpses of it when Vince left and Triple H started booking him like he should be booked. Those matches with Gunther opened my eyes and made me realize, yeah, he's one of the all-time greats. And I hate that he is leaving without winning the IC title. That could have been an excellent and amazing WrestleMania moment. But let's just be real. They were never going to use him outside of putting over talent, enhancement talent, which is a great thing to be. Nothing wrong with that. But is that something that he wants to do? Does he see himself doing something more valuable? Maybe he was okay with it, as long as you paid him. Well, TKO and WWE said, you're not worth that pay. You're not worth being paid. Okay. Then he's not worth your time. He's gone. He is leaving the company when his contract expires. And if this is the end, I think Sheamus is going down as one of the all-time greats for WWE. A hell of a 19-year run. You guys give me your thoughts about Sheamus down below. Lobster heads. We lost another one. But it's not the end for him. I don't think it is. But that's my thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I will catch you guys next time right here and Alyx's World, a place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.